Hey guys, Grandpa John coming at you with another Awaken Chaos Area video. Today's video is going to be a quick summary of the Dawn Guard event, what I figured out, what rewards are going to be worth it, and kind of just an overall idea or thought process behind what you want to do to progress this. Now, this is after extensive testing. I was able to stream today, finally. The girlfriend's doing a lot better, so I had a little bit more free time. So I did stream, and I literally spent the last 3 hours just trying to devise a plan on how to get the most damage possible, and this video is going to encompass the ideas and what I figured out with all my testing. All right, so as you see here, we have the game pulled up. Now, the Dawn Guard event, we have a few more days. We have 9 days left on this event, okay? We have 2 days left on this boss. Now, the other boss, I mean, we've got the Dishmer, and then we got the Dishmer. I don't know what the difference is going to be between these bosses. I don't know if this is just a visual bug, and that the bosses are, or maybe it's going to be a slight different variation. I'm not sure. Or maybe this is going to end in 2 days, but they're going to give us 9 days to collect all your rewards. I'm not sure how this works. As you can see here, they are definitely planning on 7 days, which is the end of 7 days. So I don't know if they're giving us the 2 weeks as a buffer. I'm not sure. But what I do know is so far I've been able to complete all these days, and our guild has made it up to 43K or 43 million. We're almost there to 70 million. It is a collective. I did all 3 of mine. So far I've been able to hit 735K damage. Now, what I want to talk to you guys about, dang it, I wish it would pull it up so that way I could show you guys the exact compilations I'm using. But we can go ahead and we can pull up the damage rankings, and I'm going to talk about a couple of different synergies and a couple of different characters that I used, and we'll go into my index. I'll kind of show you what characters they are and explain to you why I use them and what ones guarantee me the damage. So you'll see here that this comp right here did the most damage for me, and this was before Virgil got fixed. Virgil no longer does as much damage as he used to. Basically, what would happen is Virgil's arcane ability would scale off of the enemy max HP, so he could do a boatload of damage with that ability, and that's how I was able to hit the 735K, because we'd have Azrina putting all the debuffs down. Edicris and Virgil would keep all of the buffs down, and then we would just rely on Azrina's ignites and Virgil's arcane to do all the damage for us. That's how we were able to get so much damage on this one. So unfortunately, this is not really viable. I was able to hit 700K again, actually on stream today, which is kind of nice. You can go to my VODs, twitch.tv/TriggerHappyJohn. You can go watch the VOD, and it should be safe. There's no music playing in it, so you could be able to watch it whenever you want. It'll just have my audio similar to this video right here. But what I figured out, and what I thought was interesting, and what I had to do is I kind of had to come over here to these top leaders and see what they did, right? So we don't have anything on boss 2 yet, but boss 1, everybody's using a Baden. Everybody's using like a Bulin. They're using Virgil. They're using all these other characters. And the things that are sticking out to me is, 1, almost every composition is having a debuffer that just stacks up to 4 debuffs, right? So that tells me that's important, because that's what all these top scorers are doing. Like, they're having at least 1 composition. So that tells me we're looking for do a lot of damage comp, right? We're looking for let's go ahead and remove the 50% damage mitigation buff on him by having more than 4 debuffs. So we need to do that. That's step 1. Fully understand that when I get how that works. I like it. I did that. And this is kind of, we're going to talk about some teams and some characters that go well together for this entire thing. So we're going to pull up the heroes. The team that seems to consistently give me about 400K damage is actually going to be Yolanda. So Yolanda, Opal, Bulin, and Scarlet. Now, the reason why Scarlet is in here, and the reason why this works very, very well, is for the following. Scarlet, as most of you know, is an amazing champion. She does a lot of debuffs for you because she puts up a lot of bleeds. She has this wolf that keeps her from dying. She does, her wolf does joint attacks, which means she just constantly applies more bleeds and does more damage. You want to get her to as much attack as possible. Crit rate would be nice. Ideally, you want to have her crit capped at 100. Crit damage, really not worth it. Focus has got to be good. Attack has got to be good because attack is what scales these bleeds. Also, her bleeds, all enemies take 50% more damage from bleeding. Scarlet is accompanied by her wolf at the start of the battle. The wolf deals 50% damage to the target with a 50% chance to apply bleeding. So this literally means every single turn, the wolf has a chance to go ahead and attack, do a joint attack, and then 50% of the time you can place another bleeding, which keeps your 4 debuffs up constantly. And it's 50% damage. So if you have someone who does a lot of joint attacks like Opal, Imogen, Jacob, all those kinds of characters, Scarlet is massive because the wolf comes in and does a lot of damage. So she is impeccable. And we love her because she can get us the 400k because she allows us to do more damage. And then we have our girl Opal. Now, Opal, for those of you who don't know, she deals 200% damage to an enemy and grants joint attack for 1 turn, extends joint attack by 1 turn upon the defeat of an enemy. Okay, well, we never defeat the enemy. I think the way it works, though, is sometimes when you max out the health bar, I think it is counting towards it because it seems like this 3-turn cooldown isn't really 3 turns. It seems like it's proccing a lot more when I'm using it. So maybe that's part of like, I don't know if it's a bug, or maybe if it's just the design mechanic, but it seems like Opal always has the joint attack up when she ends the health bar. It seems to work out pretty well for us. Now, this character cannot take more than 51% damage max health from a single attack. This is really impactful because once the boss gets the 4 buffs, then usually he comes down, he wipes everybody. She doesn't wipe right away. Sometimes you get 1 turn out of her, sometimes you don't. It's really hit and miss. But the thing that's really, really cool is removes a negative effect and grants 1 rage, deals damage to an enemy. That stacks up all the way to 200%. So she does a crap load of damage, just like Mohex, right? We talked about Mohex with Guild Boss the other day with Opal. Same thing, 200% damage does a lot of damage, super impactful. And basic ability scales with rage. This character gains significant rage from repeated attacks on the same target. We're only attacking 1 target. So this makes Opal do so much damage. So basically, she does a lot of joint attacks, right? Because of the ultimate here. 3-turn cooldown. Scarlet does a lot of attacks, right? Constant attacks, left and right, anytime everyone else does an attack. On top of that, we have Yolanda, right? Yolanda is placing another attack because of this ability here. This is where this whole composition comes into play. And that's because Yolanda grants a bonus turn to a team member at the end of the turn, as well as immune and attack up to for 2 turns. Now, the reason why this is impactful is because she places this on whoever has the highest attack. So we're also running Boolin because Boolin has an A1 that's a strip. We need to have a remove positive effect. That has to happen or else you die. As soon as the boss hits 4 buffs, he hits you with true damage, you're done. If you don't have a strip, you need to have one because as soon as you hit 4 buffs, you're done. So you're just wasting your time. You have to have it. Boolin is an amazing one for this because it's got it built into their A1. So you just turn off her ultimate. Because, like I said before, we don't manual stuff, right? We auto. Her A2, when a teammate attacks, gives self 1 rage. Once rage reaches 5, immediately cast a special ability joint attack. Deals decreasing projectile damage at initial 100% to the highest attacking enemy and applies the induction to the main target for 2 turns. Okay. So the way you need to read this is once rage hits 5, right? So every time a teammate attacks, once she gets 5 rages. So, okay, Opal, joint attack. With the Scarlet, joint attack, that's 2. With the Boolin, that's 3. You're compounding, sorry, I just hit the mic. We're compounding all these attacks, right? So we're triggering this passive super fast. This means this gives us a bonus attack, which is great, because that helps with reducing the amount of buffs potentially. We're doing 100% damage, which is great. We're doing induction. Induction deals damage based on caster's attack upon taking damage, right? So you scale her super high in attack. So that's why Yolanda's impactful, is because right now we have almost 5k attack on Boolin, and she's the highest attack unit on the squad. She's got good focus. I really should get her crit up, to be honest with you. I should make her crit every time because I feel like that would make this a lot more impactful. I may try to do that. We may try to get her critting as well, because I feel like that'll just do so much more damage, even if she just crits, right? Because she's attacking constantly, because we're doing like a joint attack team, which you guys, if you watch my channel, I've talked about Jacob, Scarlet, Imogen, all these joint attack characters and how to synergize them, how to get them to work correctly within all these compositions. This composition works really well because it is the joint attack with the strip. On top of that, we have this whole, the shield, which helps, right? The lightning recharge just boosts attack based on the remaining lightning shield, which is great because if the lightning shield doesn't go away, which it shouldn't, then bada bing, bada boom. More attack means more damage done from induction. You guys get my point. The only thing that's kind of sucks about this whole composition that I'm running, and like I said, this gets me 400k damage. Granted, yes, Opal, she's built pretty good. She's at 322% crit damage and at over 4k attack. She's built pretty good. I will say that. That's why she does so much damage. But the only thing I don't like is, unfortunately, the boss strips the shields. Yolanda is great. However, she can't do anything with these shields. The boss strips them, so we just never get to do a whole lot. However, guard does get placed. Guard is super impactful. What usually happens is when everyone goes to wipe, Scarlet will have the wolf out. Everybody will wipe. The wolf will die in place of Scarlet. Guard will proc, and then you'll get one more turn for the bleeds to do a tick, and then it'll be into the round. So you get an additional, like usually you can squeak out another 15, 20k damage just off of this one guard buff. So Yolanda has two benefits: the extra turn with attack up and the guard ability essentially. But overall, those four are a solid team. For the most part, yes, you are required to have Bulin and Opal, which is not free to play friendly. Scarlet, most have, and Yolanda, a lot of people have. But if you don't have them, I'm sorry, but it works out well. I don't have Abaddon. I don't have, actually, I need to get Hector built up. So Hector is also one of those where he does a lot of, like he can do increased damage taken, which is great. He does damage up 2. He's got, recall all thrown axes do 200% damage, grants him 1 bonus turn for every axe. So if you manual and you do 2 A2s and then you do this and then you recall the axes, he does a bonus attack, which gives him 3 attacks. He does the max damage. Like he's got some synergy here to do extra turns, extra damage. So he's impressive with this ulti, with this here, with Opal and Bulin and everyone else, because it's joint attacks and they can just do like 7 hits in 1 round. It's a lot of damage. But I got to build Hector. I don't have him built, so he's worth doing to pair with that combination, right? To pair with that team. Another thing to mention is Azrina is popular right now because she does debuffs. However, this dude, which I got to do with all of his abilities, I got so much work to do. It's not even funny. He's got the Ignite, right? Launches an additional lightning throw combo attack for negative effect on the target. So once we get more and more of debuffs placed on the boss, he does more damage, which is great. It's better than Azrina. Do 100% damage to an enemy, applies defensive down for 2 turns. So this is another debuff with its defensive down. He's got, again, Ignite. If the enemy is affected by a negative effect, then launches another attack with a basic ability. He can do just a lot of damage. Once again, a lot of bonus turns. So pair him with like a Jacob, a Scarlet, an Imogen, an Opal, a Gorel. Like you pair these characters with these other champions to make this do more damage. Also, he's got damage reduction up to 100% when taking counterattack damage on this character's turn. Also grants damage up for 1 turn. We don't ever really use this, so I'm curious to see if damage up ever gets placed, but probably won't, honestly. But he's definitely worth building out as well. I did get another one, so I have, I've got the 1, so I got the attack up, which helps, because once again, he's an attack-based champion with Ignite. I need to get his abilities done. We're probably, honestly, after this video, I'm going to go grind him out. We're going to get his abilities done, and that way I can get him in there in place of Azrina. Because the other team I was using was kind of like an Azrina comp with Virgil, and because Virgil, even though he did get fixed, he no longer does all this additional damage from this Arcane Sanction. He still can proc a lot of A1s, which is great for clearing out the buffs. You turn off his ulti. You don't care about the ulti, and you don't care about the A2. All you care about is the strip here, and then the rage plus the arcane. That's really all you're looking for. Put him in a curse set. I've got him in revival. I got to get him built in curse set. Probably get that done here soon as well, because overall, Virgil is one of those characters who is either going to be best in a cursed set or a revival set. There's two best in slot sets for him. So I got to get that going. I got to get that popping. I'm going to work on it. We're going to see if we can't get it done sooner rather than later. But those two, so we got Azrina, Virgil is in my other team. Then I'm also running, and I'm hesitant here because I'm running Gorel. Gorel is great because he does so much damage for us. He does his counterattack, right? He's got this Azura. He's got attack up, defensive pierce. When attacked, he steals, like he counterattacks, plus he does health, HP healing on himself, which is amazing. He does really well. He's actually not a bad character for this boss. But the problem is I've got so many characters in the pot and the kitty that it's hard. The other one I'm running with him is William. This is giving me like 700k damage or so. Where's William? And the reason why I'm running William is, one, because I'm using Azrina, so I need attack. So we want to use this passive, which is 60% more damage. We want to do the joint attacks here. We want to do the counter attacks, obviously, and we want to proc more counter attacks with the Gorel. Then we want the defensive down up the entire time. Like, we got so much going on here, but I think honestly, the champions that on my personal account that I need to build out is Hector has got to get done. I got to get his glyphs done ASAP, because he can just do so much damage with my Opal. They synergize so well. So we're going to get him up to 5 and get him 60 to ASAP. The other one I got to get is I got to get this dude. He's going to replace my Azrina. I already have, as you see here, he's already got his, the glyphs are basically done. We need to do this HP one here, but the glyphs are almost done. We got to go get his abilities. Like I said, we'll go do that ASAP. Sunday, I can do them all. But these two characters are going to be massive carries, I feel like, and really need to get built on my account. The other one that would probably be pretty good to have and ready to go, which I'm a little bummed out that I've never built yet, even though I think he could be good, is a Kobe. He's going to be a super impactful one as well, because he's got one demonic flora, which does bleeding ignite, which stacks, right? He's got replies resistance down, which is helpful. He's got no positive effects, which wears off, so it doesn't help us necessarily. Gets cleansed, but we also have random stat down for 2 turns if target of allies negative effect. It'll be triggered 2 times per round. So basically, he can just keep stacking and stacking and stacking all these negative effects. Sometimes they're not the right effects. If it's bleeds, unfortunately, they don't work. It's got to be ignite or poison, poisons. It's got to be bleeds or ignite, or else it doesn't work. But he can help a lot with that, and I should probably build him out as well. He's going to be in the bottom of my list, though. He's going to be the bottom of my list, and then he is going to get built at some point in time. All right, we covered a lot. I hope you didn't get lost. I hope that didn't deter you from doing this Dawn Guard event. It's worth it. You want to do the event. You want to get these rewards. We'll talk about the market. The marketplace, you have to get SSS tier to get it. I'm trying to figure out how to do that for you guys. I was hoping there'd be an easy comp. It does not look like there's going to be an easy comp. I've still yet to be able to do it. I love this content. I think this is great content. Also, I want to talk about, I think everybody else's shop is the same. I want to talk about these boots. These boots are worth a buy. These are a speed boot on a warrior set. These are a crit rate percentage, an attack percentage. Crit rate is low. I don't like that. It's a mid. It's a mid to low. Attack is meh. The focus is a little higher. Resistance a little higher. These two synergize great. Speed is key. Overall, this has dual purpose utility because it has 2 of the same combination. This is a buy. If you are needing speed boots, this would be a buy. I want to talk about that. I wanted to bring it up because, like you see here, I have 6K. I think I'll have a little bit more than that once I get going. But I have 6K, and what I'm going to buy is I'm going to buy these special gear charms, and then I'll probably buy the advanced charms. I may buy the advanced crystals, but I doubt it. This pumpkin would be nice, but I feel like it's a waste. I have plenty of resources. It'd just be for me and my account, it would just be a waste of resources. However, if you are someone who does not have a crap ton of blue shards, maybe it's worth it to get it for you. But these other pieces of gear, they got a flat stat. I'm gonna pass on them myself. They're not terrible. Crit rate and attack percent synergize so well, but flat stats just have so much of a chance to go and proc other flat stats. It's just not worth it. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of the video. Sorry this is long. We're like over 20 minutes. I was trying to keep it quick. I'm gonna try to keep going on the updates and keeping you guys up to date. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.